memory of being hit by the travel bug is seeing a minivan for the first time. A minivan is about the size of a matatu. Okay, maybe not that big. It's like a 7-seater, 7 to 8-seater. And my dad basically was super proud that he bought a minivan. And you know, minivans aren't that cool, but he was like, he had a smaller, like faster car. But when he got the minivan, I could remember him just saying, oh my gosh, now we can drive everywhere, we can experience Canada, we can go camping, we can do all those things. And I think I was the only one in the family who thought it was cool. Because everyone else thought, why did you buy a minivan? It's so like family. And oh. So since then, I've just really embraced travel. And I remember dancing as a child to cassette tapes in that minivan. Yeah. Yeah. So the strangest thing that I've eaten is most likely the raw octopus. I had it in Toronto, but it's a South Korean delicacy. So technically, it's not alive because, I mean, it's been chopped up, it's dead, you know. But the nerve endings, which have been disconnected to the source, the nervous system, right? It reacts to the soy sauce and the sesame oil that you dip into. So the remnants of like the electrical pulses kind of like make it do this. Yes, and also because sometimes it still has the sucking movement of the octopus, the tentacles. So when you first eat it, it's like someone kissing your lip, like trying to give you a hickey in your mouth. Yeah. Having lived in so many countries, okay, I don't think I lived in so many. Okay, I lived in a few. What I've learned about myself is I am a lot stronger than I give myself credit for. And I think a lot of people go through that on a daily basis. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a teenager or you're friggin' 65. Life is about learning on a daily basis, and most of the learning is actually internal. And most of the learning is actually you believing in yourself. And I think I am extremely independent, and also I do believe in my abilities probably more than most people. But still, there's always a slight self-doubt. But maybe that self-doubt is something that we all need to keep us grounded. So maybe it's not something that we need to get rid of. It's just something that we need to recognize when it does happen, that don't necessarily doubt yourself too much, but make sure you put in some checks to ensure that whatever you're doing is to your best abilities and that your heart is in the right place. Home in my early 20s to move abroad, and some of the things that I really tried to tap into is, one, the belief that you were raised well enough to tackle the world, you know? And when you are close to home, or maybe you live in the same city as your parents or your guardians, whoever really made an impact in your life, with your mentors, whoever it may be, there's always like that safety net. And even now, I mean, WhatsApp and all these apps, I can call my parents at any time. I can call my mentors at any time. But it's a little bit different when the physical distance does not allow them to run to your, you know, to run to you for help, or to provide help rather. So knowing that, like that you cut all those strings, you really have to own up to your shit. You have to own up to your choices, bad or good. You have to own up to the lack of dreams you have, or way too many dreams. You have to own up to your work ethic. You have to own up to so many other things, because no one else is gonna protect you. You are answerable to every single thing. And so when I was a lot younger, I really had to even sometimes like meditate to remind myself, you were raised better than that. You can do this. You are equipped. So that self-belief really was challenged during that time, but also propelled and grew light years. Nairobi tastes like popping candy. Do you know what popping candy is? So at first you're like, ooh, this is so interesting. What could this be? So you take some, and you may have taken a little too much because you don't know what it is, but it looks so exciting. You put it in your mouth, and at first, oh, it's like sweet, this is great, and then pop, 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 pop. That's what Nairobi is like. Travel means a lot of things to me. One, it is my profession. Two, it's part of my identity. Three, it is my sanctuary. I feel safe when I see other new places. I feel safe when I learn from other people. I feel safe when I'm just exploring for the first time, because when you travel and it is your first time in a specific place, it makes you have this overwhelming sense of wonder. And that wonder is the same wonder as when I was a child, you know? And I think as adults, we go through life forgetting about that sense of wonder that made us trust more, see the good in other people more, and believing in other cultures and the ability to live together and be a community. I guess I travel to escape to travel, yeah. Yeah, because like for me, it's all intertwined in my life. I've been lucky to make sure that traveling is part of my work, that I'm surrounded by people who are also into this kind of stuff or enjoy it in bits and pieces. So I don't feel like I need to escape my reality to go find another reality. I think all of this is a very realistic way of living. It's just a matter of surrounding yourself with the right people and having the right expectations. Some Kenyanisms that definitely come to mind, like some of my favorites are, I don't even know how I picked it up, but if there's like a point that I really want to make, like, hey! Ati what? Whoa. Come again? Say that again, please. Gosh, you are kidding me. I cannot.